Hello and welcome everybody to the premier North Carolina land. Don't flounder at the function. I am Topic. So happy to be here with you and special guest with me, an octopus. Yeah, so we're gonna do great on commentary. It's gonna be a fantastic 1-2 combo. The classics.
Okay,
And I
I
guess
mean,
Sasuke's here too.
like,
Sasuke's here too.
I don't have to be here. Like if the octopus got it,
All right, you know what?
maybe. Yes, I am here too. I'm Sasu, and we're getting into our Group B, sort of group of people. I think we finished up Topic in Group A. You
Yes,
guys
we
got
did.
the chance to watch that. And funny enough, so we're going to be looking at Dartling Gunners versus UNCG Pufferfish Pirates, and who was just commentating, I think Jolteon Jack is on one of those teams.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. There's for those at home, there's a running joke that Splatoon TOs are trash at the game. Like, they're either the retired players or players.
Hey, yo.
Am I wrong?
I think that's why we had the raise for Rices, because it was just so camp seeing the TOs,
Yeah,
sort of on the game.
So I'm excited to see exactly. I'm excited to see what they can do here. I'm excited because what's game one? I forgot. I know I just played it and I forgot what it was.
Yeah, right? And we didn't even play that many
we
groups
have map
at
list.
all.
Map
Yes.
list
Oh,
incoming?
it's Zones Mahi.
Ooh, okay. I like this one somewhat.
I mean,
Okay, out of all of them, it's like a 7 out of 10. Oh no, 7.5 out of 10 for me.
I mean, I myself play edit. So for me, I like it a lot. I like that I can come in from that left side and just sort of dominate that area, have my full charge, unload it on anyone who dares be on that left side. And honestly, there's also going to be a lot of unorthodox picks for these map modes, and this is one of the more normal ones that regular comp players are more used to. So I feel like even if it's like, I don't like Mahi that much, at the same time, I would rather have something a little bit more normal, because I don't know if you saw, after this is Clam's Eel Tail, and they have to play all three.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, so personally, I like really unorthodox map modes. So I like Bluefin Zones because I'm from the New York area. Bluefin Zones is fantastic. If you're in New York, go to Big Dapple.
It's
go to one of their events.
propaganda.
It's fantastic. It's not propaganda if it's true. Point proven. It's true. It's a
Or
I like the more Clam's Eel Tail. That's a bit more iffy. Mainly because it is a lot more lockout heavy. If you get bridged, if you control that area, you can't move. It's it's really bad. So yeah, when it comes to Zones Mahi, I think it really depends on I play blasters and buckets, so I love to go right side.
Under the ledge.
Yeah, under the ledge, mainly under snipe, and then once the water level drops underneath, the spawn plat, not spawn plat, the you know what I'm talking about?
like the grades.
Yeah. I like going there first or second because I could put so much pressure there. But overall, I think it's really balanced. Honestly, I think it's really balanced it's really balanced, and it's much better than in my opinion, the most bland map mode in the game, Zones Haggle.
I mean, that Zones Haggle. Zones Haggle may be in the rotation for Top Cut, so none of these players are necessarily going to have to worry about it. By which I mean now.
Yeah,
it's
now.
not going to be
right now.
I'm not calling that. That's not what I meant. None of these players are going to have to worry about it until everything is tabulated and we figure out who's in Top Cut. But in the meantime, I feel like having come out of those map modes myself, having these things that are a bit more familiar is just a breath of fresh air, because sometimes it just you have all of this happen. But I think there might have been like an error.
There's one issue, I believe.
Yeah, we have spec.
We have our spec
in the
playing.
game. So we're just gonna restart that.
We're gonna restart.
We're gonna.
Oh my God, that was planned. That was so planned.
That was like, I don't know if you guys know the low ink incident.
What's the low ink incident?
The low ink incident, famously, this was Splatoon 2. I have the link. I'll send it to you. Is when a bunch of European players, it was late for them, so they all lined up in a line on, I want to say, Mako Mart. And they all group DC'd in grands, mind you.
Grands?
It was grands, and there was a European team, and they just stood in a line, and they all group DC'd.
You know what I will say? One thing I will say, that's the best way to go out, going out on your terms. Like, you don't lose, but you don't lose, and also you take a satisfaction out from the other team. Like, that's just so funny in my mind.
But we figured it out. We're going to be getting right back into it, I believe, shortly. So everyone just picking up their stuff. We're gonna jump right back into this game, and I think it's good to try and get an early lead. Get this game under your belt, because after that, like, obviously it's play all three, so you're gonna have to go to that third game anyways, but when you have one already under your belt, you feel like you have a buffer for sort of like winning that set.
Yeah, because like even because this is play all three, and in effect, winning the set is best of three. So if you get one, that's a really, really good early lead. But enough speculation, enough of the predictions. We're hopping straight into the game, and off the bat, immediately, Droid going with a range blaster custom. Not one you see a lot, especially nowadays. And on the other side, roller dualies. You know what? I'm intrigued at that, because both of those have been kind of really good picks in my mind, and immediately, both with a mini, that hammer is coming very, very clutch. And so far, Dartling Gunners, great start.
Absolutely. You see, it's just going to be the pen that is up, though. You have that sprinkler just slowly chipping away at the zone. Droid gets rid of that in due time, and you have Ryan here on the right with this bubble, just trying to harass the team, so to speak. Throws that splat bomb before getting out of there. So I think at the moment, not only did they have a strong start, but they're effectively locking them out up until now. So UHCG Pufferfish does a good job of finally getting out of their spawn, getting these picks, and moving into mid.
Yeah, great job. And immediately you see, well, you did see the roller in a great spot. They went down, so great job by Dartling Gunners not allowing that to get too far. But now, look at the screen. You see the Kraken. There's one. The missile, the hammer's out as well. If the junior gets in the zone, that could be an easy one. The hammer gets thrown. No one's gonna go down. Dartling Gunners, however, able to just fight enough to get the zone, but I think the biggest problem or biggest issue that they had at first, they got nothing around it, so that was able to sit down, but they were able to get the picks, and now you see right here the range blaster, very good spot. They're able to sit up with the bubble as well to support them. Now if you're Pufferfish right here, you gotta beware. You gotta protect that crab. You gotta protect that hammer. There's one going out. The hammer just barely avoids the crab. Hammer in the back, so it'll go down as well. Dartling Gunners. Now you see that their points are soaring. So if you're Pufferfish Party, you have to start thinking about, okay, we gotta go now.
Yeah, honestly, it just seems as though they're a little bit worried about going into their aggression, because quite frankly, UHCG Pufferfish, they have that pen, so they have this range advantage where they should be able to just get down a lot of paint and quite frankly chip down all those people, but they're just sort of staggering. You see J-Lo just punishing that person, and that is going to be game here with Dartling Gunners just able to fend off those Pufferfish pretty decisively with that hold at the end there.
Yeah, I think I really want to credit kind of all three actually. I'm going to credit the pencil first, because I think the pencil went down one time that entire game. Something like that. Like they were rarely like ever going down. So just having that that backliner there is very helpful. Also, that kind of what's the word? That kind of compounds to the other three, the junior, the range, the mini, doing just enough to keep that pencil alive. Yeah.
Was the range blaster wasn't on the same team?
Yes, it was. They both had pen.
Oh, they both had.
They both had pen.
No, one of them had an edit. No. No. Yeah. No. One had it. One was double splatling. One was edit and mini.
No.
I promise you.
You know what? We'll figure that out.
We will see.
We will see if they decide to go with it. But game 2, the one you were talking about earlier, Clam's Eel Tail. It's there. Most I can say.
Yeah, and I think that quite I'm wondering, given what I'm pretty sure is a double splatling team out of Droid, who I actually spoke to and told me that they were running double splatling, which is probably why I noticed it. I'm wondering if they're going to keep that mini on the hammer mini, or if they're going to switch over to that Zimmy Sing as the wearing camp.
That's a good question. I think hammer mini is good because, well, hammer's busted. Number 1. Let's just get that straight. Really good special. Really dumb.
Maybe Zuko?
I hate it. But, no, hammer, not mini, hammer. Hammer, I hate it, but it's really funny, right? And it's really good because you can go underneath the bridge, kind of just clean house. But we're gonna see both these teams ready and raring to go for game number 2. Dartling Gunners looking to close out or win the set at the very least. There's that edit we were talking about. And pufferfish parties. Ooh, okay. Backless, coolerless. Very interesting here. I think in my mind, this is all or nothing. You go in, you get bridge, you get the top left side as well, the top right side as well, and you kind of lock out as best you can. But that range blaster, Droid putting in the work, just clearing that bridge immediately.
Listen, you can see from them going double splatling that they're putting all of their stocks in aggression, and it's paying off here. Splatdroid just winning that 1v1 and cleaning out the entire other team into a wipeout with ease. You see that they're able to get in a bunch of clams as well as that power clam. They have, with this mini, JLo here has this hammer raring to go. The drinks are out, so even worse, they're coolered. UHCG Pufferfish has a lot happening here, especially they send out that special.
There's the hammer and the Kraken. Oh no, that's 3 down. Droid's gonna go down. Jolty on Jack. Last one. No. The burst bomb is gonna be fantastic there. Join a couple more clams to go in as well. And Dartling Gunners, once they got in, shout out Droid. Amazing kills. The rest of the team doing well as well, allowing for that 100-0 eel tail clams. We love it. That's why Lockout Central. We saw it was fantastic. Droid getting that top side, just held it down. The rest of the team going underneath. The edit, the junior, the mini, just all doing their part to make sure that pufferfish parties could not go anywhere. Just great. It was great. Nothing to say. It was fantastic. Peak eel tail clams, I would say.
Listen, I think you said it's all or nothing, and unfortunately a bit of nothing there, because I think actually perhaps going having even more range. I mean, I don't know if it would have helped, but I think that being able to really get these people down in one go, being able to space out that range blaster Splatdroid we saw getting those picks, might have done them well there. Even having like a leader to sort of just like shoot that guy and then they're down. I don't know. That may have been helpful. So I think our third game, I'm trying to remember
we have a map list?
where we're supposed to be.
Where's our map list? There's our map list. It's going to be
Rainmaker Undertow.
I like it personally. Good. I think it's commonly agreed upon that it is a top 5 Rainmaker map in the game.
There are like 5.
It's like 5. Okay, that's not okay. That did not sound out how I wanted it to be, but it's good. I like it. It's very you can like switch really well on either side. You can really I think a lot of teams like what?
Are people really going right?
Okay, if you get a wipeout, you're gonna go right.
No, if you get a wipeout, you go left.
No, you go right. It's on the right side. Am I wrong?
I mean, like, I feel like you only get that right check if there's literally nobody there and everyone's on left. But we're gonna see what both of these teams decide to do when given the choice. Opening up, surprising no one. No changes there from Dartling Gunners. But a change on the other hand for Pufferfish.
Yeah,
I
the
think we
sticker
are
stamper.
seeing. Yes, that is going to be a sticker stamper and a change back to Pen out of the UHCG Pufferfish. But Dartling Gunners just holding tight to what's been working for them. And you see off of an early pop, both of these teams just trying to jockey for their early picks to see who it will be that picks up the Rainmaker.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens on EOTail Clams, not EOTail Clams, on Rainmaker Undertale side, that you kind of wait for mid, but that's a nice one by JLo to get a really nice pick for them. And see, that bubble kind of just to protect the Rainmaker is going to be helpful, but no, the roller shutting that down. But see, the rest of Dartling Gunners pushing up with that bubble, getting one and damaging a lot of people now. If you're Dartling Gunners, you're in a really good spot. You have the cooler, you're going to get popped, but that pencil, Jerry, you're going to be your biggest thorn in your side because they can just kind of gun you down from that entire side. Droid here going straight for the kill, not quite, but getting a lot of damage. Pufferfish Party's trying to get a lot of good defense going. They are able to shut that down really effectively here. So Dartling Gunners only getting 1 point out of it. You gotta question all those resources not hold show for because you got 1 point on the board.
Yes, and you see that Rainmaker is immediately down. It just seems as though UHCG Pufferfish can't seem to make any progress, but I say that Dartling Gunners has hardly made progress as well. They're finally bringing down the score, a bubble protecting that dunk to make sure that they get through it, because I would argue the checkpoint really is half the battle, and it now begins now that they have gotten past it. So they're just trying to clean up.
Look, JLo in the flank. Oh wait, that's JLo in the edit. Oh no, Junior on the flank. Just going behind them on that right-hand side, getting one, at least slowing them down. It's gonna work out here. Unfortunately, Dartling Gunners are 2 down here, so JLo is gonna be forced back. So Pufferfish Party's a good defense, but now they have a really large mountain to climb, and Joystick Jack goes just to reset it. But I gotta question that because now mid is still painted in Dartling Gunners' favor. They have the hammer, they're gonna have a bubble soon, so you gotta question, since you reset it to mid, you slowed them down, but you haven't really gained anything from that, because look, they're back to where they were. Yes, they're a bit farther back, but they're still on your left-hand side. They're still just sitting and waiting for you to come through. Yeah. But that roll is trying to go in. It's just not quite going to do a whole lot as they go down.
Yeah, very unfortunate. You definitely don't want your cooler user to jump that off. But you see, so far, it is on that right side. It's going to be their Pen who picks it up, even though they were very close to cooler. So hopefully they're able to dunk that without issue. They narrowly escaped that bomb, and now they are being shot out. It is only the sticker stamper that is up. So Dartling Gunners probably going to get this picked. You have a this way here from their edit M here, trying to let you know who that last person is before they go back in for the push. And I think that everyone is just kind of stuck in spawn for UHCG. This roller going for the triple, not quite going to happen. Going to stop there at a double, but that means that there's just still all of their players on that left side, and they still have a lot of time, 1:45 to get this push in.
Oh, nice shutdown. That hammer went down immediately, but Pufferfish Parties, they popped all 4 specials. They popped the Rainmaker, they got space, Josie on Jack going down. That's going to slow them down a little bit, 2 going down. So Pufferfish Parties, they use all their specials and got nothing from it. Rainmaker is still trapped in a corner waiting for jumps, and I still got a question. Like all these resources, still nothing gained. Dartling Gunners, you see how quickly they responded. The Junior on the flank, JLo on the flank, getting 2 members down, 3 members down. So at a flip of a switch, Dartling Gunners, like again, nothing has happened. They've been on Pufferfish Party's side the entire time this game.
I think honestly, this UHCG Pufferfish, they're just getting outpaced, if anything. JLo was able to get a lot of use out of that hammer that you saw, and they're just cleaning everything up. I don't know if it's because their players are perhaps more mobile, or if it's paint or something, but it just seems like when they go down, like, Pufferfish don't really get much out of it. Here they're going to get that pop.
Oh,
and yeah, there is the blaster, and that's going to be it. A dunk here, giving Dartling Gunners, I think, a 3-0 over Pufferfish. And what a slow bleed, sort of, as Dartling Gunners just barely inched towards that goal at the end there.
Yeah, I think again, shout out Droid, the range blaster. I loved it because the entire time Pufferfish Parties were focusing on the right side. you saw, or we didn't see it, but we saw Droid kind of flank on that right side. I think they got 2 kills by themselves. Gave room for I think Jordan and M to jump right back in and get that Rainmaker and just score. But overall, like you mentioned, like you pointed out earlier, it felt like the entire time Pufferfish parties just got outpaced. It felt like there's always a step behind. Even when they did get mid, even when they did have specials, even when they did have space, it felt like they just hesitated. That hesitation kind of killed them.
Yeah, it almost felt as though they were like coming up against a team that was like double. Because it felt like they would use all of these specials and maybe even get a lot of the members down, but they weren't even able to get checked necessarily. They didn't make it out of mid, and I think it was just because of how relentless the other team was playing. It was just so tough on them. But I think that we have a bit of a break.
Yes.
While we wait for the next players to get set up for stream. So don't go anywhere. I mean, maybe tap. Like I think low ink is happening.
Drink water.
Yes, drink some water. Stay hydrated, and we will be right back with Don't Flounder at the Function.
Welcome back, everyone, to Don't Flounder at the Function, New York, or not New York. I said that again. To North Carolina's first Splatoon LAN. I am Topic, joined by the wonderful Supera Jokera, our head TO. Great to have you here. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I've been running around a lot, working on different stuff for the tournament, and now here I am having to fill in for someone on commentary. So,
I mean, I think you're gonna do great. The stream thinks you're gonna do great. Everyone thinks you're gonna do great. But of course, we have our top cup coming towards you, and for round number 1, we have Ouroboros versus Dartling Gunners. Now we saw Dartling Gunners earlier on stream. Droid did run a range blaster, very interesting there. Jorian's there with a junior, and then they did run double double splatling. I think that's be very interesting. For Ouroboros, I am Sasu, their edit player. I'm pretty sure Grape is on dualies. I think it's V dualies. The other two, I'm not familiar.
I've unfortunately been running around too much. I've not been able to pay attention too much to the these games. But that does sound kind of accurate. I do remember seeing Ouroboros in another match that happened on stream earlier today, where they were not running, or both teams were not running pencil.
Yeah, no pencil is going to be very interesting because for game number 1 we have Zones Mako, which honestly I think kind of helps them with no pencil, because even though it is very, very helpful, it is very, very useful. I think if both these teams run edit, you can be very aggressive with that. You can be very aggressive with that.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. Yeah. No. I agree. Yeah. So we're getting into game 1 here on the Splat Zone's Mako Mart. We have both teams here starting out. Gonna be interesting to see what both teams decide to run here. As we see Tri-Slosher Nouveau coming out, and an edit from Tri-Slosher Nouveau on the side of Ouroboros, and edit on the side of Dartling Gunners.
Yeah, no back is interesting for Ouroboros. Double Slosher makes sense. It's Mako Mart. Use those ledges really well to your advantage. And the Stamper, very good as well. But we'll see what they're going to do here. Immediately, though, Dartling Gunners is doing a 1-down, 1-for-1 trade on either side. Sasu trying to build up that cooler, trying to be for that aggressive play. Not quite able to work. Unfortunately, you see Grape in the back lines on the stack. Just making Jordan pop that bubble, dropping, and getting the kill, going down. Just causing a big distraction for Dartling Gunners. But you see J-Lo with the hammer looking for one. Is able to get blue down, 2 members down for Ouroboros, the third one with the nice hammer throw, and J-Lo getting their team in, M in the backlines with the cooler, so Dartling Gunners, a great way to get back in this game.
Yeah, as we see here, Crab on the side of Ouroboros trying to attempt to come back in here. Another Reef Slider to cancel that bubble over there. As we see another Stamp bringing back a lot of flashbacks to the finals of SOS 213. As we see, Ouroboros has managed to take back the zone and is putting Dartling Gunners
okay.
on the defensive.
Yeah, going to be a bit on the defensive here. Sasu just trying to stay alive. But you see Darling Gunners, though, just pushing forward, getting them down. So no cooler is going to be at the ready. Grave on the right-hand side here, trying to be a distraction. Droid's going to go down there. Very good from Grave, at least getting a trade is what you want to see. But Ouroboros, you see what they have right now. They have the Zipcaster. They have the Reef. They can pop that. One's going to go down. Reef from Jazz comes out. Really easy going to get that zone back like it's absolutely nothing. Very unfortunate timing there for Blue as they're going to go down to a splat bump from Jorian, who's they have that bubble in the zone, able to pop it, but the team, really good job of following up on that, at least getting the zone. But I think their biggest problem is going to be trying to get these stacks, because as you see, Ouroboros doing a very good job of defending that, as they're not able, or Dartling Gunners is not able to get any further.
Yeah, Dartling Gunners has been definitely a lot more on the defensive as of now. They did manage to get 75 points here. Ouroboros now, however, is starting to take up on Dartling Gunners stacks here, as we see. Dartling Gunners all the way back off to the left. They're gonna need some specials here if they want to get back in.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, there's another one. J-Lo going with the hammer, going straight for Grape, able to get them down, throwing the hammer, get some pain. 3 members now. No, he's going to be J-Lo. Is the last member alive, trying to stay alive, just dancing around. You see Jordan in the back, able to get 1 member down. Great job there, but Ouroboros, that distraction from the Stamper, giving them enough time to get back into the zone. We're about a little more than halfway through this game. We see this Dread doing a lot here, building up that Reef, having the paint necessary to just build it up. As you see right there, Jazz going in, shredding that bubble, not getting countered. No, they are. Jorian, great job there, staying alive. Blue with another. Just a lot of picks are going down back and forth. And so far, it feels like Ouroboros is using those fortunate advantages. It feels like they're getting more out of it. It feels like they're the ones who are capitalizing the most off of these picks here.
Yeah, even when Dartling Gunners is able to get the zone here, Ouroboros has not faltered or not had to be on the defensive that much, able to remain in mid for as long as possible. As we see here, however, Dartling Gunners is coming in with a Kraken to try and deter Ouroboros. Unfortunately, not able to find any picks. If I see an overhead stamp to get a pick on the side of Ouroboros, but Ouroboros is about now just 7 picks up, getting a 1.
Yeah, great, fantastic job being able to go around. I think that Zipcaster was popped from Ouroboros to cause that distraction. Grape came in from the left-hand side, got a very, very nice triple kill, and to seal Ouroboros the game. Now, we are in bracket, so this is going to be best of 3. So Ouroboros, 1 game away from going to winner semis.
Yeah. They're going 1 game away. We are moving up to Clamblitz Inkblot, I believe, as our next match here. And I think it's interesting to see both the sides of of Ouroboros' comp and Dartling Gunners' comp, where I feel like Ouroboros definitely had a far more aggressive comp. The Stamper, the Stamper, the Tri-Slosher Nouveau, Bread, yeah.
And heavy edit.
Yeah. Wait, they were running double cooler?
No, they weren't. I'm lying. No, Dooley. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was just Dooley.
Yeah, they're playing a lot, very, very, in
your face.
The people, people calling it hyperdive or something nowadays. Something like that nowadays.
Nowadays.
Yeah, so countering. I feel a Dartling Gunners comp, which had far more defensive bubble, edit, Kraken, Dread as well. Especially the mini does definitely fill that role of trying to be aggressive. I feel like right now there's been a large push to use mini to just farm Stamp. And use that to kind of help. And Stamp, a lot of the time that you find, I feel you find people using it is more as a defensive tool, throwing it as a way of just securing a last pick. But we are starting to get into the game here, and we'll see which comps each team decides to bring out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if very little changes from either side. Sasu actually, ooh, okay, a couple switches up. Ouroboros going to heavy edit, V bucket, and not Stamper. Deke has a lot of changes from there. From the side of Darling Gunners, they like what they ran. They're keeping with it. Kind of like you said, that kind of having that hammer to be that defensive option if you can use it properly. But already, Darling Gunners going to go get 2 members down on the side of Ouroboros. You see Jordan with 6 clamps. They have enough to get a power clamp, but you see great from Sasu just keeping that ramp secure, at least for the moment here. As you see, Ouroboros is starting to go down. 3 members down. It's just Grape with that crab to be at least very careful. There it is, a crab on the clam there. M though is going to score. Unfortunately, looks like to be no follow-up. Yeah, there's no follow-up at all for Dartling Gunners. So yes, they did score first, but not getting under 60. You just gave Ouroboros a free power clam.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, but also you've just given Ouroboros mid as they start to move fast into mid, build up all those power clams. I've talked a lot about, whenever I do commentary, about clam economy and about managing about managing spots on the map where you can get a lot of clams. Mid is where you're going to find a lot of those. And we see Ouroboros starting to come in with not only a power clam, but also just, they still have...
None.
they might have none, but they still have their pity as well.
Okay, Droid popping off with the Kraken double kill, not enough for the triple kill, staying alive. OUC, I believe that is Blue staying alive from that, Jazz staying alive from that Kraken and getting a little bit more. But yeah, I want to shout out the defense for both sides, just not giving up anything further than just that initial score. You see the decaf going in alongside, I believe that's Jazz on the bucket. Bubble being popped defensively, very good there. Just kind of keep that ramp to yourself. You see Blue going in, they're going to go down here. Crab on the ramp, on the wall. Very, very aggressive. Hammer's coming out to punish. That is going to get it. Grape going down. The hammer's going to be thrown. It's going to get 1! Jazz, wrong place, wrong timing. J-Lo, amazing, amazing. So keeping Ouroboros back, trying to get Dartling Gunners their way in. But the biggest thing, they have very little clamps. They have 3 clamps to their name plus the pity. So if they score, they might not get as many points as they would like.
Yeah, this game has been very close so far, especially in comparison to the last Zones game. I feel like this is definitely coming overcoming from a lot.
Oh wait, jumpers, is it far enough? Oh, just barely not.
It does give Dartling Gunners the lead, and at the very least, they do now have some control of mid here, of able to get those power clams, at least pushing Ouroboros to not be able to push as far as they want to, as we see here, Blue driving every single member's attention on Ouroboros over to the left side of the stage. A Kraken coming out from side of Droid, trying to find one, is not able to find one, but we'll see if they're able to live this situation right here.
Yeah, they are able to live with the help from Dorian there, providing that splat bomb here. You see Ouroboros kind of turtling back to keep that Dartling Gunners back. Grape gonna go down. Droid, nice job putting up this pressure on the plat. 3 members down. Just Saucy left. Dorian does have the ball or the bubble in it, plus the power clamp. So now Dartling Gunners is gonna score again, and Ouroboros did lose the ball here. But again, they do get a couple more clamps, but not a whole lot else. So now, if you're Ouroboros, you have a lot to work with. You have 2 power clams and some more clams as you go, plus 1 just got a pick, and you have a crab and stripes. So this is a very good chance that you get a really big push going here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. They are able to find 1 power clam. They still do have a second pity. It's just going to be a matter of whether they can get that jump in or not, given that pity is still on the other side of the map. It does not look like they're going to be able to find that. Unfortunately, the Doolies are able to find a pick. A two before they go down. A nice trade there by the Doolies.
I mean, yeah, you just slowed down Dartling Gunners a lot there with that double kill. You see, J-Lo has the hammer trying to stay alive. Jazz gonna go down, going straight towards the ramp, gonna get shut down almost immediately. Great job by Sasu keeping themselves alive, staying calm, cool, collected. And now Ouroboros, you're looking to find their way in. You have the bubble, you have the crab. So if you can get grape or blue in there, you're golden. But that's the biggest question, is can you get in there? You see blue going up here, gonna get in, not gonna pop that bubble. Very, very big there. Nice job getting them down. The ramp is gonna be contested here, going one down. The second one, not able to get any picks here. 15 seconds remaining on the clock here. If you're Darling Gunners, you have to stay aggressive. You cannot turtle up too long, because Ouroboros will take full advantage of that. We're very, very close to overtime here. You see Grape on the enemy side. One going to go down, two going to go down. They have the ball, but no one to jump it in. Grape forcing themselves to back up. They're going to go down as well. And now, if you're Ouroboros, you have about 20 seconds left to just go and attack. If you stay back, you will lose this game. You see right here, they're trying to go for mid. One's going to go down. Blue's going to run it. They're going to go down as well. It's just Grape and not able to get close enough to that ball to save it. And Darling Gunners, in a very, very defensive game, mind you, it was 80-81 for about a good 2 minutes. Great job from them holding on. And I'm going to point out, they did a really great job of just pointing out and killing or getting the members down of Ouroboros. They did not let Blue go crazy. They did not let Grape run around freely. So great job from them over there.
Yeah, I think overall there was a lot of, it definitely felt like a lot more back and forth, but I think towards the end there, it definitely saw a lot more of Darling Gunners actually finding their place, finding their synergy almost, finding where that comp can fit in and how they can use the bubble to kind of defend more and not just use it as well, not just use it to find picks and everything, or help with a push. Especially, and I think the stamp definitely came in a lot for Darling Gunners there, finding a lot of good picks, a lot of good doubles throughout the entirety of that game.
Yeah, so just shout out to Darling Gunners for having a very, very nice game 2, forcing a game 3, which is going to be Rainmaker Scorch, one of the map modes of all time, I will say.
Yeah, so I've been a firm believer that we should be removing Rainmaker.
No,
Scorch.
I disagree. Anyway, we're getting started with game number 3. Ouroboros sticking with what they had in game... No, actually, no. Scratch that. Blue going back to the Stamper. I think that's going to help out with that more aggressive side, because I think Decap, while very, very useful, just really kind of struggled to get those quick kills. We're going to see for Darling Gunners on the other side, sticking with what they have. It works game 2. No need to switch it up.
Yeah, we see a crab here coming out on the side of Ouroboros. Is able to find a pick against Am here. However, Darling Gunners does have the Rainmaker. It does have a lot of them down. Is probably is going to be getting this checkpoint.
They got it.
Okay, they are able to find that checkpoint here. And they still have yet another down. Notably, the Stamper is pretty much been down for most of this game, not able to help out with finding aggressive picks. Does seem like Ouroboros, however, is able to finally at least somewhat slow down Darling Gunners, hopefully to regain some ground here.
Yeah, you see they're trying to go for that flank, but no droid. Amazing pick there. Just keeping that Stamper out of it. You see them going against Jazz here. They are going to go down, but so that's going to be very, very unfortunate there. Jordan going down as well to the bucket. Jazz in mid, trying to stay alive as best they can. They are going to jump out here. And Ouroboros, they have the strike, so they can strike the checkpoint and get that down. No, Jazz going down. Very unfortunate there. Crab on the grades. This is a very great crab style. You can hit to that side really easily though. JLo going down, Droid picking up that kill, going for the Rainmaker, is able to get one, is able to not get the second. Rainmaker to stay alive somehow, some way, break the checkpoint, and you see Ouroboros is going to be there. Unfortunately, they're not going to get the pop. You see just a mad scramble around the checkpoint. Bubble is going to be popped, strikes are going to be popped, 2 going to go down for Darling Gunners, and can Ouroboros get the Rainmaker, get a couple points on the board. Crab's coming out, I think Zips out as well. They're going to grab it and try to run it through. Sawsu is going to have it. They're going to be forced back. Hammer's going to force them back. And 3 down is just going to be Blue on the corner there of the ramp. And Darling Gunners, fantastic defense, I will say. Just holding it down, but they're not out of it just yet because Ouroboros is already back in place.
Yeah, I think this is the thing. I think Dartling Gunners definitely got the picks, definitely had that defense, but may have been a little bit on the later end of that, of when they would want to, because now Ouroboros has completely taken back mid, has strikes, able to shut down a lot of plat over on the side of Dartling Gunners. We see a cooler coming out as well, hopefully to try and find and start pushing up again. So we see 2 members going down the side of Dartling Gunners, 3 members down, effectively just leaving the edit as we see Ouroboros taking the left path here.
M holding strong. Ooh, yo, edit gameplay on point right there. Really nice job. Kind of single-handedly stopping that push from going any further. Jordan here just playing some backup, trying to paint with this junior, use those splat bombs, forcing them out, get the Rainmaker to reset here. But it feels like ever since that first push, Dartling Gunners have been on their back foot. It feels like they've barely been able to get into mid. It feels like they've been really good at stopping Ouroboros at the ramp, but they haven't been getting any further. As you see right here, once again, Ouroboros, like nothing ever happened. They're back on the plat. You see the crab in a very good spot. Satu drops, so they have to go around the slower region. You see 3 going down. Grave is in that choke point area against JLo. JLo able to get the pick. The Rainmaker is still alive, still scoring. Hammer is going to be thrown and it's going to stop that push, but for how long? Because you see Jazz is still there. You see Grape is still there. So it's still an opportunity here for Ouroboros to keep up this pressure. It's working very well for them.
Yeah, Ouroboros is definitely having control of mid as well, as I say, as we see here. Even though, yeah, Dartling Gunners are getting around, we see they're having the fight against 2 people. And Ouroboros is able to take down Jorian, who's carrying the Rainmaker. You see a jump out coming from the side of Ouroboros as well. Dartling Gunners finally able to take back control of mid, but it may be a little bit too late as Ouroboros is popping another crab. We see unable to get the stamp out on the side of Dartling Gunners to cancel that crab there. We see we're pretty much back in neutral at this point.
Yeah, it was just very, very unfortunate there that hammer got shut down immediately. And now, if you're Dartling Gunners, you have to kind of rush the Rainmaker a little bit here. You have to put a bit of a pep in your step if you want that. Very nice there from Jazz, staying alive, being a double kill out of it as well. 3 members down for Dartling Gunners. It's just going to be Droid here in the bubble. Just trying to keep their team in the game. You see jumpers coming into mid, trying to scare them away from the Rainmaker. Grave going forward, getting a pick. Very nice. 15 seconds remaining. If you're Ouroboros, I'm dropping it in that pit right there so they can't have a chance to grab it. Sasu going. You see Jazz going to be there, and Sasu just holding on this ramp to go down for Dartling Gunners. M is the last hope for them. Unfortunately, they are going to go down there, and unfortunately for Dartling Gunners, they will be just short. And Ouroboros surviving a scare, in my opinion, from Dartling Gunners, and moving on to winners semis 2-1.
Yeah, I think overall a pretty close set. The zones game was definitely in the favor more of Ouroboros, and I feel like it was because of having that more aggressive comp, especially with that stamper and that tri-slosher, is to hit over ledges and just in general have a tool that you can use to just be annoying from a pretty large distance as well.
Sorry, we're just getting word from our producers over here. But yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
But yeah, again having that more aggressive comp as well, and then bringing back the stamper for game 3 in order to again try and renew some of that lost aggression from game 2, and I definitely think it helped out there.
Yeah, shout out to Ouroboros for a great set. But hey, you never know. Dartling Gunners, they played really well, really competitive, really back and forth. So maybe they can make a loser's bracket run. But that'll be it for this round of winners. We will be back with more Don't Play the Function coming up to you in a few minutes.